Hey guys, this is Brandon coming to you today. Got a little video. Wanted to show y'all the layout, what I've been working on today, getting things set up and ready to go for a new prep that we're actually getting prepared for actually next year to get ready for 2014. I'm putting out a garden spot in my backyard. My backyard is roughly a half acre total. And I have a shop building back here, and I also have, my back porch and all that. But the thing is, and the idea is, and I got this idea from a really good friend of mine that took this on a missionary trip to Guatemala and presented it to missionaries in Guatemala, and it's been used quite effectively. I'm going to attempt to grow a vertical garden here in my backyard with just a little piece of land. I'm going to be planting a garden, and my goal is, and what I've got plotted out, and I'll go over in a video here sometime real soon, exactly what that I'm planning on putting out. But you can see here, I've plotted out a 15 by 15 square in the backyard, which you can see the lines that run out to the stakes. There's one up there that's a wooden one, it's a tall one if you can see it. There's one there. It runs out to all these stakes that plots out the space where I'll have the garden in place. The trick is, guys, instead of growing out and covering more ground and planting in more ground, I'm going to see if I can intermingle the crops together and grow the crops up from the ground up. Such as, I'm going to put out 2 or 3 rows of corn in here, and in the rows of corn, I'm also going to plant beans. More than likely white half runners. And going to try to grow beans, but we're going to try to let the beans, instead of running them up poles or running them up stalks or whatever else it might be, we're going to try to let the beans run up the corn stalks, which I've seen used to a lot of success with a lot of different people. I'm going to plant pepper bushes, and I'm going to plant them in a planter model that I've seen used before that's made with a 55-gallon trash can. You fill the 55-gallon trash can with dirt. Then you cut holes in the side of the 55-gallon trash can, and you plant the pepper plants in the sides of the trash can. That way they grow out and they hang down and they grow out of the trash can, and they take up less space, and you have dirt space. I'm also going to do something very similar with tomatoes in 5-gallon buckets. And if any of y'all have ever tried growing tomato plants in 5-gallon buckets, they actually work really well, and they grow really big. Surprisingly large, and put out a lot of tomatoes within that. So I'm going to try to line my fence row. You see the fence row that I showed y'all on before. I've done a lot of work on this fence row in the last little bit with nothing more. That's an old lawnmower I've got pushed over there. Done a lot of work on this fence row with nothing more than the Flatwoods Forge Bowie knife, guys. Just that Flatwoods Forge Bowie knife. I'll show you some of the trees that we've cut with that Bowie knife, just so you know. And guys, we have to watch things like this right here. That, my friends, in this part of the country, is what we call a snake hole. And no, I'm not making that up. They are really holes that you can find snakes underground in, so we have to watch that. I wanted to show you these. These tree limbs right here, we cut with a Flatwoods Forge Bowie. That knife is absolutely amazing what it will do. But I wanted to show you that. And I wanted to walk down and show you in the fence row. We've got a lot of these holes back here. We're trying to watch out for those. But we cut this back. What I'm going to try to do is to take this section of fence row up and down through here, and I'm going to try to put out and plant my tomato plants. That way they'll get part shade, part sun throughout the day. And I'm going to try to grow my tomatoes in 5-gallon buckets along this fence row. I'm also going to put out and try to grow some squash, zucchini, cucumbers, cabbage. As I told you, white half runners. I'm going to do 2 kinds of corn. Around here we have a corn that's real big. It's a white corn that we call hickory cane. For my sweet corn, which my family likes it a lot more. I like the hickory cane corn. I like to cut it off and put it up. And it's one that you can actually can fairly easily. But I want to make the hickory cane, and I also want to make some peaches and cream corn. and I want to put that peaches and cream corn up too for the family because they really enjoy it. So we're going to do some okra. I'm going to do some sugar snap peas. I'm going to do some yellow crookneck squash, onions, bell peppers, cayenne peppers, jalapeno peppers, chili peppers, all things that we use a lot of. We're going to put some of those out. We're going to try to put out potatoes in the early spring, and then we're going to dig them at time for a summer plant. We're going to re-till, and then we're going to put out all of our summer crops. We're going to do some onions, garden onions. We're going to do several fruit selections as well. I'm thinking about strawberries right now for just in the garden, just strawberries. Fruit is something that, in my opinion, in a economic collapse crisis food-wise, I believe fruit is something that would serve a lot of good purposes. Number one, it's something sweet that you would have where, you know, you have a lot of manufactured artificial goods that provide sweetness as far as baked goods, cakes, and stuff like that, that you may not necessarily be able to produce. Whereas I could grow pear tree, and I could have a pear tree that produced pears. We could pull the pears off. We could make preserves. We could make jams, jellies, everything else, and have them put up. I also like the fact that something like that, I feel like, would be a good trade commodity. If you had a pear tree that put out, you know, 5 bushels of pear every year, and you could pull those pears down and you could trade those, I feel like you could trade them for other commodity items that you might need, that you might not otherwise be able to get. For that cause and that reason, down here in the corner of my property, in the corner of this fence row, I'm going to look at cutting these trees back, just cutting them all the way down. What I would like to do in that corner of the fence down there is I want to plant all over in my yard 2 pear trees, 2 peach trees, and 2 apple trees. And I'll show you another prep that we've got going that I feel like will make a good commodity. My neighbors give me permission. We're getting ready to start collecting these as I walk this way. And I just wanted to show you this. This is another little food prep. And guys, part of the reason that I do these videos is that I want people to see that you don't have to have 500 acres in the middle of nowhere to be able to prep and to be able to prepare and have preps that would help you and your family in the event of a crisis situation. You can have them and just live in a community in a regular backyard. Now, this tree that you're looking at right here is a American pecan tree. This tree puts out bukus of pecans every year. The pecans are still green right now. They're not ready to pick up. They're not really ready to eat yet, but they are dropping. And here in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start going out, and these pecan trees are everywhere in this community. There's a ton of them. I happen to live straight across the street from probably the biggest one in the neighborhood, though. And my neighbors told me multiple times I could pick up all of them I wanted. He don't like hitting them with a lawnmower. Just get them. They're a nuisance to him. Get them out of his hair. So we're going to be picking up and collecting pecans. I'm going to try to pick them up and hull them out and save them. It's something that you can candy them. You can do a number of things with them. You can put them up and preserve them, and they'll last for a long time, guys. Anything like that you can get your hands on. The other thing we're going to be going out and doing here just in the next little bit, I came at my grandparents' farm the other day, and actually, and some of you all know, and some of you all who are friends with me, real life friends, and even some of my YouTube friends that are Facebook friends with me, as you all know, my grandmother passed away here last month. Is part of the reason we kind of had a lapse in videos there for a little bit, was due to her passing. And I had to be off and away doing that and taking care of family issues during that time. But one of the things we found up there is one of my all-time favorite childhood treats, and it's something that we used to get just out of the woods. We would find it, we'd pick it up, and we would take it back. My grandmother would make a butter similar to apple butter or jelly sort of item. If you've never had apple butter, it's basically a jelly that's made out of apples. That was it's made from a fruit that's called a pawpaw. And I found a grove of pawpaw trees at my mama and papa's out walking around in the woods when we were up there at the time that she passed away. And come up here in the next, I'd say another couple of weeks, I'm going to try to go and collect as many of those pawpaws as I can. And what we're going to do, I'm going to go out here and show you one of these pecans. What we're going to do, we're going to collect as many of those pawpaws as we can. Once we collect them, we're going to take them, and I'm going to bring them back, and I'm going to make some old-timey pawpaw butter. And we may shoot a video of doing that, just show you guys what it looks like. It's pretty neat. But as you can see, our neighborhood has no shortage of squirrels. And squirrels, as you can tell, love to cut. And right now, they are cutting these pecans. So that is what a green pecan looks like, guys. Did you see? But we're going to beat the squirrels to it. We're going to get them once they dry out a little bit. And we're going to get them fixed up. And we may praline some. We may candy some. We may put some in syrup and can them. Which is another good way of preserving them. But we're going to try to put some of those up and preserve some of them for next year. And have some put back, guys. And we may take them to one of the East Tennessee Prepper Society swap meets. And try to do a little swapping with them and trade around and see what we can come up with. But we'll let you guys know and keep you in on that process. I know this has been a lengthy video, guys. I want to really say thank you to everybody who's been tuning in, who's been watching my videos, who's been subscribing to the channel. I can't say enough, guys, what it means to me. I started this channel with the intention of helping out the forum that I run, or that I help run with the Tennessee Outdoor Forum, and to do some how-to videos and product reviews and things like that for us to use on our forum. But I've had a whole nother community that's opened up to me, took me in with open arms from the YouTube guys. There's people out there I just can't ever say enough thank yous to. Shannon from Youth to Wild, Jayhawk USMCR, Ruger Dude 3, Gun Crazy 81, the Rebel Prepper. Some of you guys have just absolutely been amazing. Krista Blade. I just recently came about meeting Krista and talking to her through Facebook. Just all incredible people. They've all given me super advice and just been super friends to tune in, to watch. And there's so many more. I can't mention everybody. K-Bar user Tom has been great to watch my videos and to reply. And I just really appreciate everything that you guys have done. All the subscriptions, all the shout outs. I just want you to know that I love you guys. And I really appreciate it. And I sure hope that everybody is having a wonderful fall. I hope some of this gives you some ideas. I'll keep you updated on the garden, how the garden's going, and show you some of the stuff we're doing when we go to cut the 55-gallon trash can. I'll show you kind of how that's going and how that works as well. That way, if you want to try it out, please be my guest, guys. I don't put this up here. Nothing on my channel I have a patent on, guys. And most of it didn't come from me. So I just want you to know that I learned it somewhere else. I got it somewhere else. I may add my own ideas and my own input to it, guys, but most of it